Hello there, welcome to Learn Page by Page. I'm Sally. In this video I'm going to look at this fantastic equation of x divided by 2 equals x. This is an equation that whenever I show my students, we get a solution and then, something seems to be wrong. And I did exactly the same thing when I was presented with this equation. And it puzzled me because I was following all the rules of mathematics, or what I thought of mathematics, equation solving. Anyway, let's break it down. I'll first do the incorrect method and I'll show you what happens when we solve it. No, we should solve equations. Anyway, let's dive straight in and we'll see what I mean. If I do the incorrect method over here, so we have x over 2 equals x. So multiply both sides by 2. That seems good. So multiplied by 2. I always write what I'm doing down to the side. If you watch any of my other videos, you've heard me say this. The main reason I do that is if I'm looking over my work, I like to see everything I've done. And also it's the perfect way to identify any mistakes. But more important, if you're sitting an exam, there could be a mark for this stage. So the examiner, when the examiner's looking at your work and they can go, oh yes, multiplied by 2, that's in the mark scheme. That's what they're supposed to award you marks for. They give you a mark for letting them know. So do practice that habit. It's a very good habit to retain. Anyway, back to this. Well, this multiplied by 2 will eliminate the denominator. So that gives us x on this side, and then we should have 2x on that side. Fabulous. So the next thing we would say is, well, I'm solving an equation. So I want letter on one side, number on the other. What's in the way of our number being on its own is this x. Let's divide by x. Maybe you can now see what's going to happen. So if we divide by x, again, both sides we're saying, well, that would mean on this side we have x divided by x, and on this side we would have x. Does that mean that the x's cancel out? That would leave us with x divided by x. That would leave us with 1. And here, 2x divided by x. Well, if we cancel those two out, it's going to leave us with 2. Eek. And you're probably thinking, no, we haven't found x. The question wanted us to find x. And 1 equals 2. What does that mean? That method doesn't work. Now let's look at the correct method. And we'll do this in purple. I do love a bit of purple. So start with the equation again. We have x over 2 equals x. Now we're still going to do the same as we did to the other one for the first stage. We're still going to get rid of that denominator. Any opportunity you can to get rid of a denominator, do it. So same thing, multiply both sides by 2 and we end up with x on this side equals 2x. And now what do we have? We don't want to eliminate x. X is our variable, so we have to keep that in there. And then how we solve this is just like a linear equation. So here what we're going to do is we're going to subtract this x. And same rule, whatever we do to one side of the equation we do to the other. But we're not eliminating x, we're preserving it. So I subtract this x from both sides and I'm left with 0 on this side equals, and 2x minus x gives me x. And that's your solution. And if you put that into the original equation, and does it work? Well, let's try 0, which is x, divided by 2 equals 0. And yes, that does work. Thank you so much for watching. Hit the subscribe if you'd like to be notified of any more videos, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye bye.